Hi there, sign of Gemini. This is Kim with your messages for the month, your monthly. This is your monthly for May. For May. Hope you guys are doing good out there, wherever you're at. Thank you so much for joining me. Remember, if you like the video, please give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already, so that you can come back and get different types of energy readings. And if you need something private or personal, the information's in the description box. Please email me if you have an issue with checkout. You shouldn't, but I've just been reminding people about that anyway, because sometimes there are technical glitches, sometimes, but we can work around it. All right, Gemini, let's see what messages we have from spirit guides, and from your angels for the month of May. Tell me something good. Nice. Real nice. Wow. Something very similar to somebody else's reading that I did, but I can't remember what sign it was. I'm sorry. I don't remember. They had Eight of Cups was in the exact same spot though. Wow. Okay. This is beautiful. I'm also going to pull an important date for sometime this month for you. And we will reveal that date at the end. So here's your important date. And let's get started. So this card here in the recent past is power. So let me get up and make sure I'm in power. Make sure you see all the cards. Okay. Power. It's a building energy. Notice we have the Ace of Cups here on the bottom too, which is the underlying energy, or even it can be a hidden energy because it's on the bottom, something that you maybe didn't see coming or that you don't see coming. So it could be a love, some kind of love. New opportunity here. It offers a lot of love and emotional, like, fulfillment, enjoyment. Tell me what we're building here. Past energy. King of Swords right next to the Queen of Swords. Oh. Just right next to each other. Knight of Pentacles on the bottom. Whenever I see these two, they are divine counterparts. The King and the Queen of Swords. I think of intelligence, and I think of a telepathic bond or connection somehow. And it is, the Queen of Swords is in your heart space. So just reading it individually, I would say, especially with the Nine of Pentacles on the bottom, that whatever you're putting your heart into, dedication and focus, putting your effort into, you're going to be very powerful at it. You're going to grow something. And I would get ready to receive some money or good news about money. Even that, and a wish granted. I mean, look at your reading. You have the Nine of Cups in the future. I know I'm jumping around, but you have the Nine of Cups in the future, which is happiness, a wish granted, self-satisfaction, and fulfillment. And then the Nine of Discs is influencing you in your environment, which is all about gain, a financial windfall coming your way. I mean, that's good news. And your heart, the heart of the matter, is the Queen of Swords. There's this focus. I'm not sure if this is an energy coming together for this Ace of Cups, like a new relationship, but we have money and love here is what I see. This can be somebody that you work with, or you have some sort of tie that connects you. Maybe it's your intelligence that connects you to this person. You know, when great minds think alike, kind of the, I know that might be a little outdated, but not in the sense of knowing, of being very open-minded, right? Doesn't mean you agree with everything. Just means that there's a lot of reason here, logic and reason, and there's a knowledge. Like you hold a lot of knowledge, and there's something that your heart wants to protect. Perhaps what you are growing, this firm foundation that you are building upon. You know, and I can see this as somebody like warding off unwanted energies too from their field. You know, sometimes meaning being closed off. But it would be a logical decision to do that. You know, it would be one of those, I'm trying to protect my energy, you know. So, and then this issue is the Queen of Discs right here. This is the main issue with your reading. So I would say that you are perfectly capable of handling yourself all alone if that's what it requires, like, because this energy can do it all. They can manage the home, they can hold down a business or their job really well, so they're good at receiving, they're good at multiplying what they have, usually because they tend to be very good with resources and they're very grounded. We have that Capricorn energy coming through of maybe strategy and planning that the Queen of Discs may do. You are the ideal partner, man or woman. You know, just a quick reminder that these are archetypal and that we all have male, masculine, and feminine energy within ourselves, right? But this is talking about being on that receiving end for all that you really want to multiply. And it's because your heart is doing it in a strategic way, a logical, strategic way. And your efforts are going to be rewarded. That would indicate finances coming to you pretty easily, or some sort of success, especially if you have a work from home idea, just to throw that out there also. What is the strength about? Oh, it's what you know. It's what you know you have. Even though the strength is a challenge, it can mean that our self-confidence is a challenge, that we're trying to get more confident within ourselves, or we're going through a tough time right now, or we're having to pull on a lot of reserves of courage just to face what we're facing, to get through what we're facing. You have the strength, so the challenge is pulling out that strength, of course, when you need it. The High Priestess, though, I mean, come on, not only do you have this physical strength about you that I'm picking up on, you also have a very strong intuition. You pick up on things. You pick up on hints, intuitive hints. You know things. And in a way, you could be keeping something to yourself. This is a very private person, the High Priestess is. Yes, you may be sociable because you are a Gemini, but there's something here that's really delicate and private is what they're giving me. Something about your energy that is delicate and private. And so that's why, well, because of something being delicate, are like giving me a spiritual gift, an ability. Something that you keep to yourself, that you know you can do. Well, is it the telepathy, mind reading, thought transfer, possibly something to do with that? So you have, basically you have all the answers. Look at all this information and knowledge you have, clarity of thought and of heart also. So that heart head connection is really strong. And here we have a beautiful 3 of Discs for how you're feeling, and it's like effort, right? We're planting those first seeds. We're laying down the groundwork. We possibly are getting recognized for some sort of work that we're doing, or even being studied or looked at by other people by the work that we're doing. And in this spot, yes, you could actually be a teacher, but you could actually, well, you could be a teacher or have that role of some sort of, like, you do something really good, but at the same time, always knowing that you continue learning all the time in life. There's always something that life has to teach us. And I see 2, 3, 4 in your reading, just saying that something is lining up for you, especially in the realm of stability and your finances. I mean, change is coming with the 2 of disc, choices and decisions, and it's paired with the Knight of disc. It's this offer coming in that's going to be stable. And if this is you also, this is that hard work and dedication, discipline towards what you're wanting to achieve that is paying off. And this is a slow but sure rise. You know, I've heard the expression and I kind of like it. The one where slow and steady wins the race. Like, so slow success is okay. An overnight success will tend to leave the same way. Okay, so if you can look at it like that, this ascending, this building your foundation, and it's slowly getting better and better, right? Then you can see that this is something that's solid and that's going to stick around for a while. Your type of success is the success that's going to stick. It's the kind that's going to stick. Yes, absolutely. Tell me about how we're feeling with the 3 of disc. Hang 1 in the reverse, the 6 of wands in the reverse. It's like no more we're putting in the effort for ourselves here. No more sacrificing for people that would want to collaborate but won't appreciate us or are not showing us the recognition that we actually deserve. There's like no more sacrificing or waiting around for those energies. Yeah. I'm just getting like the message too of no more waiting around for somebody to change or for something else to change. Like, you are going to be that change. You're the one that's going to, instead of saying, I wish this and this and this were different. It's like, no, I'm going to change this within myself, this, and this. And then you start to see everything start, changing around you. Life is beautiful like that. And it is the exchange of energy, isn't it? So let's get the Kipper deck out. And let's ask a little bit more about this, because to me this represents some people that you are feeling like you're not being appreciated around. Oh yeah, they're people that you would be getting out of an unhealthy situation to not wait around for these energies, whomever these energies are. You pull from another deck. Wow, I'm greasy. Sorry, I put on some. I went out in the sun and I put on some stuff. It's awfully greasy. I'm greasy. I'm looking at my cards, greasy. Tell me more about how Gemini's feeling. Tell me more how Gemini's feeling. Like throwing kerosene on that shit. You may be feeling a little aggressive. I mean, it is an emotion, right? I have kerosene. You feel like and it looks like it's tied to this Queen of Swords. If you are the one that's been putting in the effort here, and you've been the one that's been cooperating, then you're realizing that there are other energies that are possibly not in alignment with your goals. And you're ready to put the kerosene on that situation with accelerate, ignite. You're absolutely determined. That would be the Queen of Swords energy. Something in your heart, something that you really want, you're absolutely determined to get it, and you will. And if some situation has to be even provoked for you to, it's like watch out for you, because when Gemini is feeling like they have this main focus, I'm telling you cannot get in their way, especially with these types of cards here. I would think that there's some people that are going to feel kind of crappy about not supporting you for what, I mean, because some really good things are about to come into your life. And I have a feeling they're not going to be around to enjoy it because of because of you following your own lead here. Okay, because of you following your own lead, getting yourself out of an unhealthy situation, and you would know what that is. It is probably going to require maybe some more money, or this branching off into a very independent Nine of Pentacle like energy, maybe your own business, entrepreneurship. I have, well, we'll get clarifying on that, but I also have here the goal and destiny, another knight. So you have two knights. These are offers. This one is rather unexpected. So I'm thinking that it actually has to do with the Ace of Cups coming in. So maybe separate messages that there could be an offer coming in that is unexpected, a person who is actually rather dreamy, like literally wanting to come in and seduce you unexpectedly, something like that. It's an unexpected offer proposed to you. And yes, it can mean business, but with this Knight of Cups and the Ace of Cups, I think it has to do with love. Tell me about the Nine of Discs. The King of Cups, talking about love. Yeah, talking about love. This is coming into your environment here for me. So this is a person who's probably this Knight of Cups also. They don't have to be a water sign, but you have heavy water because of the cups, so many of these cups. All right, but they feel a resonance with your heart space. They share a vision, but also they have some sort of connection or tie to you through the mind, through your intelligence, through the way that you think. It touches their heart. And that's interesting. That's interesting. So the way you think is touching somebody's heart. Tell me about the offer then, the Knight of Cups. Tell me about the offer. Something is going to end and then change comes in. So something is transforming and ending and going out of your life. And then we have all of these knights. It could be more than one offer, but I see something coming in and changing up everything. This is a real fighter, seize the day type of energy, you know? So whatever this offer is, it's somebody that wants to like come in and like swoop you up. Swoop you up. And there's conflict over this. There's competition over this. This person must be a big shot or somebody in a big position. I don't know, but it is like only eyes for you is what I'm getting with that. Only eyes for you. And then the Knight of Pentacle. Is there many people with only eyes for you here? Maybe. Maybe. Hang on. Goodness, that's a lot of knights. That's a lot of movement for May also. So there's this competition. There's this Five of Wands, obstacles, but nothing's really going to get in your way. A situation that hasn't changed for a while. Okay, they're showing me that guy, you know, with the big red flag on YouTube, and something is going to be your choice. Do you want to stay in a situation where there has been a big red flag for a very long time? Or do we want to move past it? The decision is going to be yours as to whether or not you want to stay in that energy or not. And yeah, I would say probably don't. This is describing you, that you have a lot of, have a lot of things in you that you have, like this still says, you have refinement, taste. There's something about you that has developed well over time. You could be somebody who has aged very well and maybe don't look your age. It could be something like that too. There's something about you that's very refined and is actually in a strict contrast to what you have been experiencing in this rather unhealthy situation. And the first big red flag is simply what I'm seeing about an appearance. And it's not that I'm not trying to be shallow, okay? I'm just saying there's this difference of you being refined and having taste and being around some people that have no taste, or they're just completely different. They're completely different than you. Yeah, so that would be a reason, right? That would be a reason to have some sort of change. Okay, it's a decision. I just said have some sort of change, and now we got the change card. Do not resist this. They're saying, please do not resist this change that's coming in. Look, some of you all have a secret admirer, and this could definitely be the King of Cups that will reveal who they are. Like, because there's some sort of change here that is coming in. We have change written on this card and change written on here. And the fact that I said it and then the card came out is Spirit trying to say, Gemini, there's going to be significant change for you in May. Whatever you're doing, whatever you decided to have put in motion, whatever you decided would not deter you from achieving your goal, that's it. That shift in perspective, the fire that's within you is what's fueling this change. So it's some sort of energy shift or perspective shift that you had here in the recent past that said, I want to go after what I want, happiness in life. I want more things to enjoy. I'm not talking about materialism or anything like that. Being materialistic. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just simply enjoying life. Just having what you need to enjoy life with, and without all the BS, lower vibe energies around you. Yeah, there's this spirit saying, look, if you're feeling like you're wanting to come out of some type of collaboration with some people, then do it. Because your happiness is on the horizon. And the World card here is saying, yeah, it's time for a new chapter. It's time for the next phase. Going in a different direction might be your hope. Because this isn't a hope or fear. But ultimately, it's when something has been played out. Like, this is, it was fun at once. Something maybe resonated with you. Maybe a person resonated with you at one time. But something's not fun anymore. Something's not happy anymore. Emotionally could feel drowning. Like you're drowning all the time. Because it just doesn't feel conducive to you being in the position of saying, yeah, I'm trying to live my best life. I'm at least on my way. You know, you wouldn't be able to say that if you stayed in that energy. You wouldn't be able to say. So at least this is saying that you decided in the past that you want to change something major, whether location or about the people and things that you are emotionally attached to. You want to change that up because it may mean that your heart has said, let's then become a little detached by using the Queen of Swords energy, stating this is our boundary. You're not going to cross it. And if you get in my way, then you'll probably just be cut out of my story. And there you go with the Fool, with the new journey. And this is also tied to with this Magician card because it's what you've manifested. You have literally manifested all this movement and all of these nights and this offer, these changes. This is what you've manifested. Yes, it's time to give to yourself with the Empress in the reverse. I think that this has to do with us needing to kind of nurture or mother ourselves more because of possibly overgiving to some energies for quite some time. And now divine timing is unwinding and they're saying you've had a lot of patience. You've invested a lot. Now it's time to invest in you. Oh, and this is coming out over here. So listen, I look at the Six of Cups. Now, there could be a change within a connection that, like I say, these unhealthy connections, sure, that could be that. This is going to be different things for different Geminis because I'm seeing the Tower in the reverse. For some of you all, it's about rebuilding with a connection where there's not been anything too traumatic, you know what I mean? So it could be a rekindling or coming together with somebody from the past. Most of the time, though, with tarot readings, I look at this in a quantum way and would say that the Six of Cups is probably a soul that you have a remembrance with. Somebody that it doesn't have to be romantic, but it's somebody who's here for the journey. Okay, and here this card suggests offer something here also. So I think it could be a soulmate, maybe even soulmate from a different lifetime. It's having something to do with this King and Queen of Swords. I swear you may already have some type of connection Okay, the fixed signs are associated with the wheel, fortune, and the world. So just another example of that. But it's time to play is what it says. Loving to learn, imagine, and delight in the simple things in life. Jack and Diane, this makes sense because this is what I was feeling. It's about what we're changing, right? This broken heart or interference when we've been in a sadness or a funk. Wow, or gloomy. Because of something that we are ultimately needing to walk away from or make that a goal. Because the emptiness says we're moving on, going towards a new life. So this is just the beginning of something new. Finding your crew, finding the right people to be pulled into your life, or asking Spirit to help you with that also. Too many. Says forming alliances, partnership, and team effort. The water carrier, the humanitarian. I also have friends on the bottom here too. And then I have the mother lode. This is the biggest money card in this deck. So this can mean like millionaire or billionaire status. I'm not even kidding. It is the whole thing. The mother lode is prosperity, jackpot, success, good fortune, having plenty, sudden wealth. Fortune, the prime source. This is going to be granted to you because you have an intention of giving back, because you want to be this benefactor for others. To, in some way, if you get this wealth in your mind and heart, you're like, I will use it to alleviate the suffering of others. And that would be why it's going to come to you. Okay, so let's get an angel number message. Take a look at the important date. Let me wrap up this reading for you. Gemini. Yeah, this is definitely getting signs or synchronicities. Pay attention to them with 00 and they will increase. New partnership and balance here. It says you're diplomatic. Number 2, looking for the most fair and beneficial outcome for everyone. I am diplomatic. And 24 says you are very skilled at maintaining relationships. You're able to be a nurturer, protector, and provider of all. I am generous, but there's a limit, right? And then May 23rd. I have May 23rd. All right, that's what I have. Sending you love and light.